All right. Jello again, this is Ben Hitchcock Cross talking to you today. Um, whew. Headline. I can do this. ALJ Stephanie Brown sends out absolutely biased decision, adverse decision, no doubt about it, on the Jose Garcia Joven case the day her video comes out on YouTube there. Some days after, by the way, she decided that Calvin Furman, she was too biased to have anything to discuss him, which is relevant on the Jose Garcia Joven case because Calvin Furman was the supervisor of Dr. Holliday. And Dr. Holliday, and this was the most troubling thing about this case from the get-go, was somebody who the Equal Rights Division and Stephanie Brown decided was completely irrelevant from the beginning without hearing any testimony of any kind. And that was decided, I think, in 2000. I mean, Bowen, Brown, Fowertech, and et cetera, that they were not to do that, and those kind of decisions ahead of time as a matter of law were biased, and indications of bias sufficient enough to warrant a new hearing. And we had to go through, and the reason this whole channel started is this decision, and we have been waiting for this decision for 16 months, something along those lines. So in that sense, it is a victory because it's exactly what we had expected it to be. And we do appreciate. What else can you take from that except from Stephanie Brown is watching the case, the channel, so we appreciate that. Welcome. But also, we raised the issue throughout that hearing of that she needed to recuse herself because she kept making retaliatory decisions against us whenever we criticized her democratically. And that, I think, we got more of the same. We also, though, have this strange nexus here where there's all these cases, again, involving MPS, and now we've got all these statements from all these judges about who can be that, they've got connections to their ALJ Calvin Furman, because some of them have said that they work with him and so they know him to be trustworthy. Others have said that the appearance of bias is too great. So we've got a lot of, and others have said other things, to be fair. So I think 7, I guess 8, I stopped counting. I've had to do other things in the past couple of days here. But that really is the highlight there. We had been waiting to get this decision for some time. We're going to get into in that analysis of why it is, but I think we need to let's just focus in on that headline. The day that the judge is subjected to Democratic criticism, she sends out a adverse decision. And again, we have stated in that case at least 4 or 5 times that that's what happened, or the case would be in the news and then she would be asking her to act, and then the case would be in the news and then she'd do something, or we'd file something asking for, showing her bias, and then she would do something adverse that day. That very day. Sometimes we would have to do an analysis of a PDF creation time to just go into that. And just to follow that up, because we have done that analysis here, this is one of those times where we've got the document by snail mail only. So, of course, we've asked for the PDF, and, we'll have to get into the metadata and so forth, but it would not surprise me that it was the case that this decision had been sitting ready to go on somebody's desktop for months, and only until this last bit of the Garcia Joven recording came out on May 6th was it actually pushed out. So we'll see what happens. we'll see. We've got plenty of time, and we've got plenty of public records and things at our disposal. So we are playing the long game, as you well know. It's, of course, devastating for Dr. Garcia Joven. It's devastating for all of us who participated in that, all the great witnesses who came out there and shared their testimony about the discrimination that was going on there. And but it also was a shame to have gone through that whole exercise knowing from the get-go that, for example, Dr. Holliday was kept out. Yeah. There we are on that one. Let's not forget, I have not had a case with Stephanie Brown since then. I think I've inherited one now. It's possible. We were very concerned when she was put on the Folaron case because of her previous experience with MPS and because we had not received this decision over 16 months. So, and let's not forget that this Garcia Joven too had been sitting there waiting at the hearing stage. Again, Matt White, the person that Debbie Keither says that she went to and tried to get public records about Dr. Holliday from. Dr. Holliday, Matt White, Dr. Holliday, Stephanie Brown, and that she was told that it didn't exist. She gave him the case numbers. She was told it didn't exist. Then there was some reason 2 months later that they were able to give the file, and we go from there. Last thing I want to say, because they don't want me to, is my kids are here cleaning up the office. I just got a call from one of them, and I'm pretty proud of that. Let's say when the franchise came open here to, is that what Jack Benny would call it? I think so. Sandwich franchise, I'm pretty sure. The right to sell things at a particular establishment or to do some kind of work. That's what I'm defining that as. That my brothers, I did that for like summers sometimes when they were gone, cover them, other times like that. But I was like generally older than when my dad started that. But it's pretty good to have to be paying somebody in the family, and I think they actually seem excited about it. It's their first time. We'll see how long that lasts, but there is nothing like a regular job when you're younger that can work you up into it. So I'm excited and hope that works out, and thanks for letting me share that with you. So stick with us. We'll keep you informed. We are going to, by the way, update some of these songs here because, we've got them. Hey, take care.